Good morning, children. Welcome to the second class for the 9th standard. So, in the last class, we have studied about the teachings of Jesus Christ. What are the teachings he followed? But the next point we are going to study in this class at this period, that is spread of Christianity. How the Christianity was spread by the Jesus Christ. So, Jesus Christ, when he was alive, Jesus Christ used to give responsibility to his followers to spread the teachings of Christianity. That was the main thing he has followed to get the spread of Christianity in his life. Next one, these people are called apostles, who the spread of Christianity or the spreading of teaching was done by the apostles. These people are going to call as the apostles, and most among them were also considered as the Saint Peter. So Saint Peter is the important person, and these apostles are spreading the Christianity. And the next point, the next step he followed to spread the Christianity was he established a church in Rome and sent the missionaries. Here, he established a church in Rome and sent the missionaries all over the world to spread the gospel. So, gospel means some story was written, some religious points were written to get the development among the people. That story was going to teach by these missionaries. Missionaries means who are the followers of Christian. This Jesus Christ who are spreading the Christianity. Then the next point of the next steps he has followed is church become a very important religious center for the Catholics. When he was following these steps, that time the church have become very important. The people are coming toward the churches and they are getting satisfaction for the distress of their life. So the common people are coming toward the churches. Now they are getting becoming happy with entering toward the Catholics. So these are some few points he followed to spread the Christianity. Rather than this, when he was spreading this time, the promotion given by the Roman Emperor who was ruling there. So Roman Emperor beginning, they are not done any kind of problems toward the Jesus Christ for the spreading of these teachings. But later when the missionaries have started to spread the Christianity, there was obstacles arised in the Roman Emperor, and these words which were followed by the Jesus Christ become very famous. But one side, the other people who belong to this area only, they are supported to the Jesus Christ. Among that, we are going to see one of the person, the spreaded the Christianity in the world. That is Jesus Christ. So that time, one of the country by the name Constantine. Which one? Constantine has here in the 4th century. So when the process was started in the 1st century, but when in the 4th century, lot of a struggle made by the missionaries, made by the Saint Peter, made by these apostles. So the Constantine accepted the Christianity as a national religion. Who? This Constantine accepted as the national religion that is in the 313. So by this way, now after the 4th century or 313, then with the support of some other state like Rome, Greece, Macedonia, and some minor part of Asia has supported to accept the Christianity, to spread the Christianity in their area. So these conversions help to the missionaries to develop or get the responsibility for the spreading of Christianity. So by this way, lastly, the teachings made by the Jesus Christ, the points given by the Jesus Christ that become one of the book by the name Bible. So what are the teachings followed by the missionaries of Jesus Christ? All these words become one of the book, and this book become a holy book for the Christianity by the name Bible. Okay, children? So, like this way, they have spread the Christianity in the world. Now, the next point is, we are going to study this topic. So, next point is contribution of the Christianity. So, what kind of contribution has given? By doing lot of things by the Jesus Christ, the Christianity teach people who have teach the common people, made them the happy and develop the peaceness among those people. So that time they have followed some thoughts, they have followed some points to develop the unity among the common people. So first point they have developed is Christianity has taught the noble principles of peace and brotherhood to the world. So every time they are going to teach the principles like getting the peaceness among themselves, following the brotherhood policy with the world people, developing the humanity. So these were the things followed by the Christianity missionaries. And the next point we have followed, a very important point, is the educational centers established by the churches and the missionaries. And these people, the followers of the Jesus Christ, they have developed the churches, they have developed the missionaries. It means develop the churches, develop the agencies, and have played a significant role in the growth of education. Even that time, they have started to give the educational knowledge to the common people to come from the distress. Now, third point is Christianity has introduced the Gothic style in architecture. What? Christianity has introduced the Gothic style in the architectures. So that time they have followed the Gothic style of architecture. It means a different type of architecture was developed for the construction of the churches in the Roman Empire, and they have started to teach. Now these missionaries who are going to teach have extended health services all over the world. Even the Christianity, these missionaries have started to give the health facilities to the people who are in the problem. The next point, there is a book, you can see there, women and weaker sections have been largely benefited from the spread of the teachings of the educational knowledge of the missionaries. Then they brought a qualitative changes in the society is known as the empowerment. So there was a new development we are finding among the women. empowerment. The empowerment was started among the women by the Christianity. So these are some contributions. So empowerment means giving the knowledge to the women, making them to come up toward the what is world, getting the development in their career. So that empowerment was made by this Christianity missionaries by giving some health services, giving some educational services, giving some other facilities to these people. So these are some points we are going to see in the contributions of Christianity. So the next point we are going to see in the Christianity was sects in the Christianity. The meaning of sect. The meaning of sect is the division of the religion. The part we are going to see, the divisions we are going to see in the Christianity. So these sects we are going to see even in the Christianity. You can take the example of in the Hinduism, we are finding the different types of subcastes, subcategories. So like that way, in Christianity also we are finding the sects. So even the sects in Christianity also developed. So how these sects were developed in the Christianity? By the development of new leaders, or the development support of new followers of the Jesus Christ. So see here, after getting the control toward the Roman Catholic up to the 16th century, so the branches into the various sects were made in the world. So that time Christianity was developing step by step, and it has reached to the common people. The principles have reached to the common people by the Jesus Christ. So such a religious practices made problems to the landlords and the priests. Also that time some churches were dominated by the landlords and the priests. So that time the people who are following the Christianity, they are opposed to the landlords and the priests. So that time we are going to see one of the important person by the name Martin Luther. Martin Luther. Martin Luther, who started Reformation movement in the Germany with the support of the teachings of Jesus Christ. So that time a new sect called as the Protestants. So earlier we are seeing the Catholics, but when the protest or the movement was started by the Martin Luther, then we are going to see the new development of sect, that is Protestant. Protestant. So Protestant was the new sect developed in the Christianity. So by this way we are going to see the development of two sects in the Christianity. Those are Catholic, and second one is the Protestant. So now you got idea. There were the two types of sects we are going to see. Sects, divisions we are going to see in this religion after the Reformation movement started by the Martin Luther. So by this way the various changes that occurs in the Christianity due to the development of two groups, and there was a changes started in the world after the 16th century due to the discoveries made by the different people for the geographical survey. So by this way, that time the people belongs to the supporters of Christianity has started to develop the Christianity in the different parts of the world. So by this way, we are going to see the development of this Christianity was become very high due to the support of many countries or the many reformation movement of the many people belongs to the Catholic and the Protestant groups. So after the Christianity, we are going to see the new major religion was developed in the world was that we are going to see is the Islam religion. And Islam religion also becoming one of the major religion for the world as like the Christianity. But before going to know the word Islam, from where it was originated, how it was started. So actually this Islam was originated from the Arabia. You know the present Arabia, Islam countries. So this Arabia is going to call as one of the peninsula of West Asia. It was the one of the hilly region or a peninsular region of the West Asia, and it was basically going to call as the what? It was a desert place. There is no suitability of agriculture. There is no suitability of agriculture in this western part of Asia, where the people living before development of Islam at the Arabia. But these Arab people, they have started to migrate toward the fertile land because they are not finding the availability of sources of agriculture. Now they have started to move toward the fertile or the land where they are getting the fertility and availability of water resources. Availability of water resources. So this was the process was started. So that time they have started to migrate from the Arabia toward the other place, and they came and settled toward the important place of the fertile land that are going to call as the Mecca and Medina. Mecca and Medina. Now these important places already we know. We have studied in the last classes. But again, you can take the idea related to the development of Islam. So these people have migrated toward the Mecca and the Medina. Why they have migrated? We got idea due to the availability of fertile land, water resources. Earlier they are not finding these resources. Now, when they have started to get the journey towards this Mecca and the Medina, that time these people belongs to the Arabia were not that much united. Different person is following a different type of worshipping. So here we are going to see in the beginning, these peoples are believing toward the nature. You know the ancient time, how the people are believing in India. So these people who belong to the Arab, they are believing the worshipping toward the nature and worship toward the stones, trees, streams is considered as the God for them, because they are not finding the fertility of land, water resources. So when they are finding this type of streams, when they are finding the forest or the trees, So they are considering this is one of the God for us. That time in the Mecca, the stone Kaaba and other 360 idols were worshipped by these other people. How many idols were worshipped? 360 idols. 368 idols were worshipped by these people. Okay, sorry. Worshipped by these people. And so they don't have the knowledge related to the in a particular god that time. And that stone, the Kaaba, even present we are going to see in the Mecca, sorry, Medina. So there we are going to call it it became an important place for worshipping the Islams. So this become an important place, or this become the important religious center for these people. Which one? Mecca and the Medina. Due to the different types of ideals we are going to see in these places. But so one of the person has made the changes among the people who coming toward the Arabia to the fertile lands, the Medina and the Mecca. So that person we already know, he is going to be called as the Muhammad Paigambar. So these changes we have seen, but we have to get an idea who is Muhammad Paigambar, or the life of Muhammad Paigambar. So this Muhammad Paigambar is going to be called as the founder of Islam religion. Who is going to be called as this Muhammad Paigambar is going to be called as the founder of Islam, and he was born in the 570 BC. So he was born in the BC, that is the 570 BC, and his parents are going to consider as the Amina and the Abdullah. Amina and the Abdullah were his parents during childhood. During the childhood of this Muhammad Paigambar, his uncle, he brought him toward the other place. Brought toward the other place towards his business by his uncle. Why he brought? Because their parents were died. And when he brought him, he started to take this person with his visits. So his uncle was visiting for selling some goods in a different area. So that time this person also started to visit the different places. He was going to be called as the Sefer. What? He was going to call as the Sefer, because he was started to wander toward the other places to get the business. So once he visited toward the Mecca and the Syria for the business purposes, that time this Muhammad Paigambar, that time he was introduced. He was introduced to a widow woman. A widow woman by the name Khadija. Khadija. So he was, when went to the Mecca and the Syria, that time he went toward the widow woman by the name Khadija, and there he was employed. There he was employed, and after getting the employed there. Later, he loved her and married to this widow woman by the name Khadija. And after getting married, he got 2 sons and 4 daughters in his life. Then this time the Muhammad Paigambar, with the support of this Khadija, has started to travel the different places with the purpose of textile business. So that time he got an idea the development of the Christianity, the spread of the Christianity, when he had visited to the different places. He was finding that time the Jewish religion was spreading in the world. So that time he started to get the meditation deeply, hours for hours, at the place Mount Hira. At the place Mount Hira. So Mount Hira was one of the important hill stations. We are going to see this Arab. So there he went and started to get the meditation after knowing the knowledge related to the spread of Christianity. So then after this Paigambar has achieved the enlightenment in his life. He has achieved the enlightenment in his life, and that time he has started, after getting the enlightenment, he was started to give the teachings to the common people as like the Jesus Christ. So that time this messenger or this Muhammad Paigambar as considered as the God for these people who belong to the Mecca and the Medina, who visited from the Arab countries. So that time these common people has considered this person as the God. Now he become very popular. And he started to disciple the principles, to spread the principles what he kept in the mind, to spread the new religion, to develop the new religion. So that time his disciples, his followers, they have started the same type of deep meditations and sharing the messages to the common people. Sharing the messages to the common people were started by his followers, and these messages become a God toward the common person. These messages are considered as the God by even the followers of the Muhammad Paigambar. So by this way, how the Christianity has developed a new type of holy book, in the same way Islam also got a new development of holy book by the name Quran. Quran with the words with the principles followed by the Muhammad Paigambar. By this way we are going to see this Paigambar has started to spread the teaching toward the different parts. First he started in his native place. Then after he started to teach or follow. He given the idea to the disciples to go toward the Mecca. When Muhammad Paigambar was opposed there, and polytheism strongly enlarged, and people of Mecca considered to be murdered toward the Muhammad Paigambar. That time this Muhammad Paigambar has traveled from Mecca to the Medina. That movement is considered as the Hijrah. What? That movement is considered as the Hijrah. So you can go towards the book. There we are finding the definition related to the Hijrah. He traveled from Mecca to Medina when he became away from the people of Mecca, who have made plan to murder in 622. That point is considered as the Hijra. Now it is going to called as the Islamic lunar calendar based on the Hijra point. That Hijra point. So children, today I will stop the topic here and I will continue the topic in the next class. But before going to the next topic, you have to read details in the textbook. Once you get understand the idea related to the what is Kaaba, where is Kaaba, which is the important the place Mecca and the Medina, get the life story of Muhammad Paigambar.